Hello and welcome to this week's podcast. I'm Mod MattHe, and here today with me I have
Mod Mac
and Mod Balance.
And we're here today to talk about all things
RuneFest.
Hey!
Let's get a sound effect in there.
So what is RuneFest?
Oh, well, most people should know, shouldn't they?
Well, you never know.
That's true. I mean, RuneFest is best described as a convention of all things RuneFest, of RuneScape even. It's a place for everyone to get together, celebrate RuneScape. We've been doing it now for 5 years. Mm-hmm. This is our fourth, I believe.
It's our fifth RuneFest.
It's our fifth.
We've been doing it for 6 years with 5 RuneFests.
So actually, you're right.
Because we took a break in 2012.
Yeah, it's my fourth.
Okay.
Yeah, I missed the first one. I was otherwise waylaid, but yeah, I mean it's a fantastic day, and we've done it over the last 3 years, and I don't really see us stopping now. It's just become like the thing that we do every year.
And we're at Tobacco Dock again this year, yeah?
So yeah, we're back in London, back at Tobacco Docks. The third year we've been at Tobacco Docks, and yeah, we love the venue. Like, we really, really love the venue. It is it's perfect in terms of location in London. Yeah. It's very RuneScapey.
Yeah, it's got a definite feel about it.
The vaulted floors and the ceilings downstairs, and
I think to me it just screams everything RuneScape. Like, we managed to turn it into the Elf City last year, and this year we're coming back with
hold that thought. We'll get to what we're coming back with.
Oh, okay.
They're giving it all away already.
We're a spoiler in it already.
No, but yeah, I mean, my balance is completely right. Like, it really does scream RuneScape without us having to do any of the dressing.
Yeah.
And like, having been responsible for these events, for a good few years, working with the team, like, the money involved in dressing a venue, can really kind of spiral. But it feels RuneScape, which means it's really good. We can focus on the right stuff.
Yeah.
And it looks great, and it has a massive impact. It has a huge ship outside the front gate.
It does indeed,
it's our own player own ports.
It feels like
we're out right there, so that's perfect.
How big is the event this year?
It's our biggest ever.
Wow.
So I think we've got just over 1,100 players.
Absolutely, yeah.
A lot of people.
There is a lot of people, and we know that being in London is sometimes a bit of a limiter for all of our fans over the water and everywhere else in the world. But I mean, we've got people coming from all over. We've got America, Australia,
absolutely,
Canada.
And some people have actually not had to pay $1 to get.
I was about to say, lots of people have done this with bonds as well, haven't they?
Absolutely, yeah. In the tens of people paying with bonds to get to RuneFest. So actually, you can technically do the event for free. You could fly all the way from Australia. We can sort out your hotel. We can.
We have someone from Panama City this year. Coming this year, and them and their friend have paid for the entire thing with bonds. So they've got flights for them both, the hotel before the event, during the event, all of their spending money while they're here in terms of at the event, in terms of Xenomark, so they can they got all their food and drinks covered. They can buy all the merchandise.
It's just incredible,
the entire thing. And I love the fact that we're able to do that, because I don't think many games companies and studios are able to offer like something as special as that. I think we've got over half of the tickets bought this year were bought by bonds. And that's not just RuneScape main. That's also old school as well. There's a huge contingent of old school players that have want to be involved, and they want to come, and it really is a celebration of whatever game you play. You love RuneScape and you love RuneFest.
So what are the plans for the days? What are the themes for the venue?
Can't give it away, can we?
We can't give away
stop
too much.
Stop the podcast right there, actually. I don't think we can talk about it too much.
I understand we've discussed some general themes for the day we can talk about.
So I was going to spoiler this earlier, so let me spoiler it now. Our theme this year, obviously, is invention. That's hence the dragon head with the fancy eye and some cogs behind it.
Steampunk.
It is a steampunk spectacular this year, so I think it's going to be the best theme so far.
Yeah.
I think the Elf City was beautiful, but I think this is it's about a future update. It's about something that is going to completely revolutionise the way you train skills in RuneScape. It's a massive change to the game, and I think it's good that we're celebrating that with the theming at RuneFest this year.
Yeah, and obviously, we have on the main stage, one of the sessions is on invention.
Right, okay.
And elite skills as well. And obviously talking about how we see those panning out over the next few years.
Yeah,
Balance said, it's a big change, but one that we're really excited about. So
it's one our podcast audience has been keen on as well. It's the most listened to podcast we've ever had. Was the invention
until this one.
Until this one, clearly.
When they hear
Mod Mac.
When they hear Mod Mac's on the sofa.
And downstairs, the rumour of a different theme.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've obviously upstairs. It's the venue itself is very metal and glass, and it lends itself very well to invention. But downstairs, it's brick and dark and dungeony. It just makes complete sense to stick some horrible vampires down there, and
it certainly does.
Try and replicate Darkmire, and
it's a really interesting separate theme. You can kind of travel to different locations within RuneScape just by walking down a set of stairs at RuneFest. It's got that real. It actually feels quite scary with the whole props that I've seen. The lighting down there is going to be totally different.
Yeah, I mean, some of our mods really do. They fit really well in that environment.
Absolutely,
as well.
Yeah. There's a couple of shady characters that'll be.
I don't know what you could mean.
But no, look, I think we've tried, like we always do every year, to step up our game, and we know that. You go back to the same venue, you worry that it won't live up to previous ones.
Yeah.
And obviously we're really conscious of that, so we try to make sure that it's fresh and exciting. And on that, for anyone who's been to RuneFest before, at Tobacco Docks, this year we're taking a completely different section of the building. It's a huge venue, and we in past we've only taken maybe a third of it. This year we're taking a whole nother half, or the whole nother side of the venue. So it should feel similar, but in the same way, kind of be different.
Very fresh.
Yeah.
What about those players who aren't going to make it to London for the event then?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, we know there's so many thousands and thousands and thousands of people that would die to come to RuneFest if we could host it down the road from where they are, and we're incredibly fortunate to have so many players around the world. It really does come, and I kind of shot myself in the foot last year by going USA at the end of it, and I promise we really did look into the logistics of it, and it really just comes down to we wanted to not increase the ticket price for players. We've kept it at £99.
Yeah.
It's a special number for us, obviously.
Naturally.
So, and it's important for us to kind of keep that. And it really is logistics. One of the big things players always say is, we love meeting all the J-mods. Now, flying 150 plus J-mods over from Cambridge in England to wherever that is, maybe in America or elsewhere, is just a huge cost, a huge cost. And when you add that, for me, all of the money in that we Jagex, and the team make no money from RuneFest.
Right.
It is not something that we profit from at all.
Yeah.
We spend in excess of probably £250,000 on top of what's spent, and made from the ticket money and the merchandise. So it's a huge investment for us, and we're happy to do that because it's important. But we don't want to be eating up all of the money from the tickets by paying for flights over to America for our staff. Yeah. We need to be investing that back into the event. We don't want to be scrimping on the event to hold it elsewhere. I'd love to one day do it elsewhere. I genuinely really do. But we're the one way that we, especially the last 2 years, have really tried to engage people that are not at the event is through the live stream.
Yeah.
And every year we've kind of stepped that up, and this year we're going to really step it up. and the team are really working on something awesome. So like where the location of the live stream will be this year is right in the hub of the event.
Right in the middle.
It's right in the middle. It's not stuck in a room. It's going to be right literally in the middle. You'll be able to, just without us talking, you'll be able to see all of the people at the event walking around, going to different stages. Like, hopefully it'll be as close to feeling like
you'll feel like you're right in the middle of it
than you would ever do.
That's the key for me, is that the live stream makes you feel like you're right in the middle of the action, and it really will this year. We've got a special place that it's going to be located, so we'll be walking around the venue and you'll be able to see us in different areas. There's going to be tons of video content, and you'll also get a chance to watch all of the main stage sessions, and there's so much going on that you can experience it from the comfort of your own home.
Like all of the everything on the main stage is streamed this year.
Right.
So like literally every session from the first hour to the last will be on the live stream, so that you will. There's literally nothing you'll miss on the main stage, and that's all of the big old school reveals. There's all of the big RuneScape reveals. As I said before, it's invention and talking about elite skills. You've got combat showcase as well in the morning. And obviously finishing off with the golden gnomes as well. So there's tons and tons of stuff there to really kind of get excited by. And then everything on the second stage, which is a much more intimate venue. All of that will be recorded as well. So they won't be live streamed, but all of those will be made into videos that we'll share on the YouTube channel, like we do with the podcasts. Hopefully the week after. So you really will not miss anything. We'll summarise it all in news posts as well on the homepage, so that you really do kind of.
And there'll be social updates throughout the.
Of course. I mean, you can follow it on Twitter and Instagram. I think actually even Mod Rory is going to be doing Periscope, which is the kind of selfie style live streaming from his phone. So he's going to be literally, you want to watch. Rory walking around at the venue and just being right there, like selfie style, then he's going to be doing that as well. So we really are trying as much as possible to let people kind of be as involved in the event.
Really get involved in the event. Cool.
And and when I say about not doing it elsewhere in London, like, it's not to say we wouldn't ever do it. It's just we need to kind of, like, logistically
find the right place.
Find
the same kind of sweet spot.
Is there a way that we can do it on a smaller scale that allows a few we've talked about a RuneScape bus tour. We hire a double-decker bus and we fill it with Davo and Og and give them all a holiday for a couple of weeks, and we send them road tripping around America. Like, we really have tried to think about how we could do it in different ways.
Okay, so what's the schedule looking like for the main stage?
I mean, I think I've
you kind of ran through it, but
touched it,
you might want to mention some times for people.
Yes, I mean, obviously these are the times in GMT. So at 11 o'clock we've got the combat showcase, which will be Mod Ollie and his team going through kind of the major kind of pieces of combat content that's going to be coming up in the new year. At 12 we've got Davo and the team going to be talking about invention, as I said, and elite skills. That's really going to be quite exciting to hear about their plans for that.
Pretty major update, that one.
I think so.
And then at 1, like, big deal, we've got the RuneScape NXT new game client. So codename NXT, that is fastly becoming the actual name because no one can think of a better name. Exactly. But the new game client. So obviously we knew that a couple of years ago we tried to do the HTML5 client. We hit a barrier. The guys have been working incredibly hard for the last God knows how long, just locked in a cave basically in Jagex Towers to kind of build this stuff. And it really is now, it's getting to a position where players will be able to play with it on the day. We're going to have a room that will have the client, 10 computers. That they can actually see the difference, and it looks stunning. Like, I've seen the videos that are being made to showcase it, and it is truly, like, you just
unbelievable.
RuneScape's never looked so pretty.
Genuinely, I had a chance to log into the live game in a very early alpha version just last week. We've got it working. It's going to be ready for RuneFest, and you'll be able to play the live game in NXT, which is insane. Yeah. And I've managed to do it, and I was blown away. You can see everything, and it just looks how you imagine it would look if it was real.
Yeah, it really is a step up for us, and we are really, really excited to be able to put it in players' hands and showcase it on the live stream as well. And then at 2:00, we've got the Chronicle team. So obviously last year at RuneFest we announced Chronicle.
Yeah.
So it's been a year, and the guys have been again working incredibly hard, and we've got exciting announcement that I won't say now because Mod that Jim might kill me if I mod that Jim. But again, really good. It's a brand new RuneScape game.
Yeah,
it's a card strategy game. There's so many new kind of card strategy games now on that coming out, and if you love that type of game, you love RuneScape, like you definitely want to give it a go. And again, you're able to play it at the event, and as I said, exciting announcements maybe around when people might be able to play it themselves.
Yeah.
In a not too distant future.
It plays amazing. I've been beating Mod Balance at it. So.
Oh really? He's not very good.
I'm actually really dreadful. So.
And then at 3:00, Old School. So obviously huge growth this year from Old School. It's just been absolutely awesome this year for Old School RuneScape. When we first launched that a few years ago, none of us knew how that community was going to develop, and it's just gone from strength to strength, and it's awesome. So they're going to be doing all the big reveals. RuneScape at 4:00, the big keynote. Mark doing his thing as usual.
Yeah,
it's going to be massive. He's going to be talking about 2016. There is, and this is a bit of a spoiler. There is some epic stuff on that stream, and maybe even some special guests.
Ooh.
That some very, very special guests.
It could be the biggest news of RuneFest, that one. So I think essentially you're going to have a Chronicle talk, and then you're going to get hit by this keynote speech, and it's just going to blow everyone away, I think.
Yeah. And then the Golden Gnomes. Obviously,
course, the Golden Gnomes.
Our awards, our Oscars for RuneScape. That always is a great thing to watch, where we really thank and give awards to the best of our community in various categories. So we'll have cosplay on the day, obviously. So we'll be giving awards for the best dressed male and female. We'll be giving awards for art, music, live streams, videos. Special community awards. Hall of Famers, there's so many awards across both games. It's a great way to just kind of crescendo all of the day, and then the live stream ends, but then we just a bit when we turn the cameras off, and then we all
go and have a party,
get drunk, and enjoy the evening with the rest of the players. But and I said the second stage is lots of stuff there, loads of Q&As. Old School is one, I think, at 2:00 it may be. That's the Old School streamers,
right?
Which is Boaty, Skill Specs, some of the big names kind of there to answer questions from players as well. And again, if you're watching the live streams, and you can we'll take questions on Twitter and stuff as well, so amazing. You can get involved. So it is massively packed, and that's not even talking about all the activities and all the rest of it and stuff.
So
it really is. It really is a packed day.
I understand Mod Balance is particularly fond of the cosplay parade as well.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the cosplay this year. We've had a real showing in the past of some of amazing cosplay creations, and I think this year we've been accepting photo entries for the awards, and some of the stuff we've been receiving is absolutely fantastic. Some of those guys are going to be at the event, and we'll be judging them live versus the pictures, so it's pretty cool. And if you're in cosplay or you fancy taking part, there's going to be a parade going around the building.
What are you wearing?
I'll be wearing my official RuneFest staff t-shirt. I'll be cosplaying as Mod Balance.
That original character, Mod Balance.
Yeah. Mod Mac, what will you be wearing?
My birthday's? No, I couldn't. I might stick a Zaros outfit on. And
I think Mod MattHe was going to rope me in to be Zaros as well.
Yeah, I think we've got like an epic Zaros suit in the office that I might slip on at some point.
At no point has Zaros been working at my desk today.
Oh, really?
Wearing a J-Mod crown. Honest.
He's such a git, isn't he?
Gets everywhere. Okay, so what would you suggest people keep a special eye out for? Is there anything we've not mentioned that you would recommend?
If you're watching at home, the key thing for me is going to be to have a look out for all of our competitions that we're going to be hosting throughout the day.
Right.
You'll be able to get involved in the chat on social media. Essentially, even though you're not there, you're going to be able to win some amazing prizes. You're going to be able to get your hands on some of the exclusive merchandise.
In-game item.
In-game items going to be up for grabs.
Yeah, so like it's the first time we've ever done that. So, you know, we always players. Oh, I really want the in-game item. You know, and Mod Balance mentioned the you know, kind of steampunk dragon. You know, we had one of our unbelievable artist players. Drew this as an idea, and we ended up working with him to kind of create it as the item that players will receive. So while everyone who is attending RuneFest will get their hands on it, there'll also be a few maybe handed out to some lucky competition winners. It's
going to be super exclusive, and yeah, as Mod Mac said, we have to give a massive thank you to Legend Arts, who helped us design the RuneFest pet this year. It's absolutely beautiful.
We should hire him.
We should hire him.
Yeah, we should hire him. I'll speak to HR.
All right. That's an official job offer now. Like
that's it. It's going to be all over.
It's recorded.
Yeah,
so
Mod Mac offers Legend Arts job. Done. Reddit.
Headline.
All over Reddit.
Love it.
So, what is it that gets you excited about RuneFest?
I think for me, it's about people coming together and meeting each other. It's a virtual world, RuneScape, but you can kind of travel to the real world and you can meet your friends that you've never met before. You can do fun things with them. You can find out what's going to be happening in RuneScape for years to come. And for me, it's all about the kind of community connection you get from it, which is why it's a really important event for me.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable to meet the people face to face that you spend so many hours at work and out of work, like lovingly trying to provide a great community for. And but for me as well, like there's so many awesome things that we now come to announce at RuneFest. It really just like it becomes quite real after it all kind of gets announced on RuneFest.
Yeah,
like we've got these plans. But at the minute, we can still duck out of them if we want to. But like as soon as we tell players on the stage,
that's it
at RuneFest. Like that's it. 2016 is not far away. It's going to be a huge, huge year. Like there is no way that any of us are going to let 15th anniversary pass without not having an absolute blowout. And that's not even talk. We haven't even talked about the 15th anniversary documentary, and the movie that we've been working on for the last 6 months. And the guys are going to be there, talking to players as well, trying to get some interviews and stuff, and really involve the community in the recording of the documentary. And that's all for next year, but it is looking incredibly exciting.
For me, it's the passion the players show. Because whenever you go to RuneFest as a member of the team at Jagex, you walk away reinvigorated.
Yeah, I mean,
by all that energy of all the players who are so keen to talk to you about everything that they want to see in the game.
It's a massive deal for us at the studio. Yeah. Like, it's not just the RuneScape team that get involved. And we have people from all different departments that maybe not in their day-to-day job have direct connection with the community, but they come away and they're like, that was amazing. Yeah, like I get it now. I understand. Like, I get why we do this now. I understand. Like it's this crazy, nuts, amazing community that we have. Like you really do kind of come face to face to it.
Yeah, I think it's a real morale booster for the company. To be honest, like if you go to RuneFest, it does make your job worthwhile. You kind of see why we do all this work and why we put so many hours into making
so many hours. So many hours, and I cannot say thank you enough to the event team. Yeah, they've and everybody who's been involved. Like there is an incredible amount of work that goes into putting on, is in effect one day and an evening as well, not to overshadow the night before party, which everyone talks about. But you know, there is so much effort and time goes into it. Like, we genuinely start talking about this, you know, April, March. Like, it's getting earlier and earlier every year. Like, the team joked to me that we would literally start planning the next one probably on Monday. And when we get back, which, you know, in one way sounds horrific, because my throat is, as you can hear probably from the podcast, is dying, and you know, all of us need a good sleep. But it will be worth it, and you know, if this year's good, well, next year. That's the 15th anniversary special.
That's the thing for me, is it always seems to get better.
Yeah.
I'm so confident that this is going to be the best one we've ever done. I'm confident that the next one we'll do will top this one. It's a really exciting time for everyone. We've put so much effort into it, and I hope the players come out of it absolutely loving the weekend they've had.
So as Mod Mac said, the night before.
Ooh.
I hear there might be something going on the night before.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a funny one, because, again, this really came from the community originally.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a case that, obviously, we were putting on this epic event every year, right at the beginning on the Saturday, and the Sunday maybe, and the community started by saying, well, we should all probably just kind of get together the night before on the Friday.
Yeah.
And it's just gone bonkers every single year to now be this own thing. Like, really, us not really including it as part of the event, to the point where next year it really is like a 2-day event. It's no longer kind of like RuneFest and the night before. Like, it really is a bit like, it's amazed me that we've had players have bought tickets for this.
Yeah.
You know, we've had over 700 players of the 1,100 that are coming buy tickets for the event. So, you know, majority are coming. All the staff are going, you know, the mods are going to be there as well. This year we've rented a venue called Namco, which is, for people who are listening, it's like a big amusement park, an indoor amusement park. So you can go on dodgems, you can use the arcade machines, the pinball machines, there's a bowling area, there's a karaoke room.
Yeah, laser maze, everything.
It's just a massive, huge kind of amusement park. And we've paid for the full ownership and exclusive rights.
Yeah. So
all the whole amusement park will be free. So they'll be able to go on all of the rides, they'll be able to go on all of the arcade machines, buy a drink, obviously. So, you know, like, there's us planning Friday, and, you know, again, credit to the man sitting next to me, Mod Balance, he's kind of taken that as his own kind of pet project with the community team. And, like, it's going to be, again, massive. Like, and, you know, it's a great way to kind of set everyone up.
Yeah, it breaks the ice, doesn't it?
You know, while there's people that have been before, there's new people coming, or there may be groups of 1 or 2. Like, you know that you're in a place where everybody's excited about the next day, but, you know, it means on the Saturday when they turn up at the event, you'll recognise people that you had a beer with, or you crashed into in a dodgem like the night before. So it's really cool, and
it's a big deal for us, and I think it's nice that it gives everyone an opportunity to chat. It's a more informal setting to RuneFest, and everyone's kind of on the same level. So the mods are there having a drink with the players. We're crashing into you on the dodgems. We're beating you at
Dance Revolution.
Yeah, Dance Revolution, or whatever it's called. Like, it's so much fun, and we did it on a smaller scale last year.
Yeah,
and then we
were turning people away.
It was a real shame,
which was the real difficulty last year, because, you know, like, with any venue, you've got like
fire limits,
health and safety, and all that kind of stuff, and we just were overwhelmed by the amount of people that wanted to attend last year. So we were like, right, we're not going to make that same mistake this year.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to make sure that if every single person going to RuneFest wants to come, then they can too. Yeah, and there's even people that are not coming to RuneFest, you know, that are, you know, in the area that can do it as well. So it's awesome. Like, it's going to be a really great start the weekend.
Okay, so my last question to you: what one thing are you specifically looking forward to most?
I'm not sure I can say much about the thing I'm looking for.
It's that thing.
you have to walk through it. Is what is my favourite.
Oh right, okay.
The downstairs thing.
Yeah, it's downstairs, and you walk through it, and it will be it will be
that
scary.
Thing.
It will be scary.
That thing.
We're so vague. I know exactly what you mean, but like.
It's a scary thing that you walk through, and it's downstairs. Okay.
So all the listeners, by the end of the live streams and by the end of RuneFest, will know exactly what we're talking about and go, that was it. That was what Mod Balance was about.
Yeah, and I'd say, think Bush Tucker trial.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah,
we actually had to, in order to make this work, we had to go on the funniest website we've ever been on. Because we had to get an actor for it.
I've seen the websites you go on. I don't know if that's the case.
We had to hire an actor for this one.
Right, okay.
And I think we went on uglymodels.com, and I think that is the...
Wow.
I think that is... that summarises it for me. It's a bit weird.
Okay.
But it's pretty funny, so I'm looking forward to it. And I'm going to do it like twice, I
shouldn't have wasted the money, mate. I would have happily...
Mod Mac
will pick it up. No. I mean, look, there is so many things to look forward to on Saturday. If you...
what's the one? Go on.
I can't. I genuinely can't. There's too many. It's really difficult. Like, literally from 1 o'clock for me.
Yeah.
I'm just on the main stage. It's just...
Main stage.
It's just main stage. Like, I've been to music festivals in the past where, you go to Glastonbury or whatever, and you kind of see all the music, and you're like, I'm going to be planning my day, going, right, at 1 o'clock I'm going to go see that band, and then at 2 o'clock I'm going to go, you're like, God knows how people who come to RuneFest are going to manage it, because it's like, right, at 1 o'clock I need to go do this, and then I've got to run over there, and I've got to go get my kill chips, and the cosplay parade's at 2:30, and the golden nose, like, it is a crazy day. Like, if you're watching it on the stream, I would highly recommend that you just watch the whole day. It will be
get really some popcorn.
It'll be get on the sofa. Enjoy yourself, stick it on.
If you're at home as well, there's no XP waste because you can play and watch at the same time.
That's a really good point. No XP waste. I don't know if they're probably all knackered from last weekend, surely, from the double XP weekend. But
hopefully you're not burnt out by this point.
I mean, look, the client looks amazing.
Yeah.
So if you have not seen any of the NXT client, you've got to watch that stream because that's incredible. If you love old school, obviously they're going to be revealing some very big things for 2016. And obviously 4 o'clock with Mark. He always delivers with some crazy ideas, and obviously this year with Dave Mod Osborne kind of taking over responsibility as lead designer. You've got to expect some good story, and
there's going to be some stuff.
It's going to be so
much in there.
Tell you what, the lore guy, the lore fans, they're going to love it. And our very special guests that will remain nameless.
Moving on from those.
Sorry.
Okay, so that's going to be RuneFest. So much to do. Where, for those who can't make it and are listening, where are they going to be able to watch?
So you're going to be able to watch on Twitch. So if you go to twitch.tv/RuneScape, we're going to be live there all day.
Right.
And they can also go, it'll be all linked from the RuneScape.com site. So if they go to the website, the first thing they'll see is a giant banner that says "click here to watch stream." Like, we're really trying to make it as easy as possible.
As easy as possible. So our website, our Twitch feed,
our Facebook
will have it. Twitter's going to be going mad with it. We're going to be live tweeting the thing all day. You're also going to be able to kind of get in game with us. We're going to have a friends chat, and we'll also you can join RuneFest. Actually, I think that's the friends chat. Join that. You can have a chat with various JMods throughout the day, and obviously everyone else who's just talking about RuneFest. The thing is, it's going to be everywhere. You can't miss it. So just make sure you're watching it, because otherwise you're going to be going, "Oh, what did they say?" And you'll look like an absolute numpty.
Yeah. So you missed it all.
Yeah, you don't want to, trust me. You do not want to miss any announcements.
But if for whatever reason you are unavailable, which I don't understand why you wouldn't be.
Well, because we're all being busy, so we'll have to catch up afterwards.
I know I'm going to miss some stuff because we're going to be busy. So if you did need to catch up, everything will be on the website, everything will be on YouTube channel, everything will be available afterwards. But there's nothing like, breaking news rather than old old news.
Yeah, you don't want to be the slow coach, do you?
You want to be the first person to find stuff out. So
right.
And last year, I think we had 170,000 people watch the live stream over the day, which is a huge amount of people. So it'd be great if we could top that number this year.
Okay, so off to RuneFest it is.
Off to that was dreadful. That was dreadful. Yeah.
Sounded like a drum roll, not steps.
Yeah, it did.
Guys, come on.
Yeah. Right. So it's time for us to go and get all our stuff.
Yeah, I need to go pack the van. Genuinely, I'm not even kidding. I need to go pack a van.
That's not dissimilar to what I'm doing tomorrow.
And then go drive it down to London. So yeah.
Yeah, I've got to go and pick up some of our big costumes for the weekend. Yeah.
Those costumes.
And I'm waiting for some gnomes to be delivered to the office before.
Some gold sparkly ones.
Yes, some gold sparkly gnomes to be delivered, and I'm also writing some speeches for the golden gnomes as well. So there you go.
Right, so see you all at RuneFest. Bye.